Hello lads, we have a 16 Mazda 6 2.2 Skyactiv with a DPF and check engine light on in the dash, and we can see we have mass or volume airflow sensor fault, particulate filter regeneration, particulate filter restriction, exhaust pressure sensor A, circuit range performance, manifold absolute pressure, turbocharger, supercharger, boost, mass airflow again, and I think what is there, 7 codes there, and a load of lights on in the dash. So we started off here and I pulled out this map sensor, and there's no way that can be reading correctly with the amount of crud on the end of that. So that's housed in here in our intake. Now Peter have a scope, intake temperature sensor removed, and the camera, we're going down there and put you on my camera, on this camera. That's pretty bad, lads.
That's the GR pipe coming in here, excuse me, into the intake manifold. You can see the amount of crud down there.
Nasty.
Nasty.
So
I'll come back up. What I'll actually show you, if there's any good tea.
side camera now. The intake ports. Good view of that, good camera.
Needs to be cleaned and better.
There's a lot of carbon build up in there. Blaming this for a lot of our codes. Our particle filter numbers at idle are 80 millibars, so this particle filter is heavily blocked and will need to be cleaned, and so will this intake manifold. Does the story end there? I don't know, but we're going to start there. Okay lads, the Mazda 6, there's my DPF removed from the vehicle, had been sent away and to be cleaned, returned there now. Whatever they do with it, I don't know, they put it in a supersonic bath or whatever they do, but it's clean, hopefully, anyway. That's it there. There's bits and pieces I took out up above, wipers, wiper cowling, all that kind of stuff to give me a bit of room. And luckily enough, it came down through that space there. Luckily enough, I thought the subframe might have to be dropped down, but no, it didn't. It came down from there, from that hole. You could take off a bit of heat shield and stuff, the exhaust back there. So there's the DPF ready for action again, hopefully on this Mazda 6. Right, the Mazda inlet DPF anyway, first of all, back on and together. As I said earlier, you have a nice bit of room if you remove the wipers and stuff, and this trim and big steel plate going from top of the shock to the other top of the shock. So yeah, DPF all back together and done. Now the inlet manifold is off. We're going cleaning them ports. What is, it can be tricky, this intake pipe to the inlet manifold, it twists that way and it pops off. Could get stuck on that little tip. There is the inlet manifold there now. Bad enough there, I suppose. Throttle body and kind of caked in here. A lot of stuff in there. So I'm going to get cracking and get cleaning. Right, the clean has been done. This is the engine, the ports, the inlet ports. Nothing fancy, just a blow gun, a hoover. Be very careful that nothing goes in and goes in on a valve seat or anything like that, just be very careful. I used a Hoover blowgun, tried to make sure the valves were closed while I was cleaning each port, and that's it. That's the engine side. That's what came out of this wagon. A mound of carbon. Probably lost a load of more stuff along the way. Inlet manifold. Sorry, let me turn off my light. Clean. EGR way. Another pipe for the EGR gases. I'll bolt that together. My throttle body clean. What did I use? Only little picks, brake cleaner, and shop air. So just got as good as I can. So I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna do the fitting of this, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, lads, we're all back together. Complete both DPF and the intake manifold. The last thing I did there was I made sure in under here my map sensor, that was all pretty badly carboned up. Gave that a good clean as well and put it back together. Did lose a bit of coolant out, had a few pipes off and a few coolant pipes going to EGR valves and whatnot. Topped up with coolant, and yeah, all back together. Turn the key, listen to a start, hopefully she starts, and we'll go and do code clearings, and I'd say we'll have to do a load of DPF resets, maybe airflow meter resets, but we'll see. I'll mess around with the scan tool for a while and see what happens. Okay, so the Mazda has been started for the first time since the repairs, and what I didn't show you earlier, these are the clocks, and this is the fault that the customer was seeing. We had a check engine light on, and we have DPF malfunction. So we'll clear these codes and do whatever resets are available to me, and see can we get rid of these now that the work is done. Okay, guys, I've cleared the codes, and I want to do a few resets here. So mass airflow sensor data reset. Yes. Sorry, ignition on. It is on. Okay. Operation successful. Cool, that was easy. And ignition off. Ignition is off. Just doing a countdown. So that's the mass airflow sensor I'm on now. We're doing a reset on. I see a couple of PIDs down below, the DPF particle filter reset. We'll do that as well. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm assuming that was a success. So right, we'll try diesel particulate filter. These are resets to diesel particle filter. Yes. Turn the ignition on.
Going on there in that region, and I know that Ukraine.
Turn off that radio. Press OK. Operation successful. OK. Turn the ignition to the off position. It is off. Press OK. And then we're doing the countdown again. Okay, so look, these intake manifolds, this Skyactiv engine, they're kind of known for blocking up the intake. With the intake being blocked up like that, and them codes stored, I don't think this was going through a regeneration, and that's what brought up my particle filter. What I didn't catch on camera was at the very start of this, we in my data PIDs we had 80 millibar of pressure on the particle filter at idle, rising rapidly then with a touch of the throttle pedal. Okay, so why are we not going in here? but yes, we'll see what happens there now. I did have codes here. I don't know what code scan. Let's just see.
Atrocities go on.
Yes, indeed, in social media, not a pleasant place to be again today.
Okay, so I still have a check engine light on anyway.
Ukraine shortly, but right now we'll turn to
Okay, we'll go back and we'll have a look at this.
Politicians from the coalition parties and across the opposition benches united this week.
Go back and have a look. Check engine light, but the DPF one seems to have gone.
Outgoing Chief Medical Officer Dr. Tony Houlihan to a new role.
Back to the scan tool, I think.
Dublin.
Right, lads. I'm probably after doing about 20 kilometers, maybe 30 kilometers in this car, and it's driving nice. Actually, nice car to drive. But we have no faults on the clocks. Engine light gone, and DPF light gone, and never came back on. Back to the scan tool. Distance since last DPF regeneration. That happened for me then, 3.14 kilometers. Exhaust gas differential pressure, I've two of them up, average there and pressure, but when I first started and hopped in this car, I looked at them and they were at 0.08, which is 8 millibar. Sorry, I have them in bar here, and we're now right now reading 0. Rev this up a little bit. £2,000 there, just over £2,000, £2,500, and we're reading 0.01, which is 10 millibar. I'm happy with that. Big difference from 80 millibar. Manifold absolute pressure sensor is reading good and true and correct. Airflow meter numbers all happy. I'll just go back out of that. Read faulty codes. A nice one. We have no DTCs. So yeah, I think I'm out with this one. Yeah, happy with this. Look, thanks for watching. I hope it helps, and yeah, thank you. See you later.